I mean, seriously, how do you replace Mo Salah? 255 goals in 435 games, 2 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League, an FA Cup, 2 EFL Cups, a Club World Cup, the UEFA Super Cup, 4 Premier League Golden Boots, 3 PFA Player of the Years, and 3rd all-time Liverpool top scorer. This is unprecedented. It's not every day a player of Mo Salah's calibre leaves a football club. And to be honest with you, it has been coming. It really has been coming. I think the pressure was put on earlier in the season when Salah said that Slot had thrown him under the bus or whatever, or the club had thrown him under the bus and the relationship had broken down. It was always going to happen soon. But I checked my phone yesterday when this comes out, and honestly, I saw the notification and I just thought, hadn't he just signed the new contract? Crazy news, honestly. But again, I want to say, who didn't really see this coming somewhat? So obviously we'll get down to the real nitty-gritty of this story. Let me read the report to you. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah has announced he'll leave at the end of the season. And as I said, this genuinely feels like the end of an era. He confirmed it himself by saying that the day has come, and Liverpool confirmed that he'll leave on a free transfer despite signing a new deal in 2025, which tells you this has been building for a while. This kind of negotiation with such a highly valued asset in Mo Salah you don't just let him go for free when you've got an extra year contracted. There's been some sort of agreement, some sort of breakdown somewhere. You also wouldn't do that for a player you didn't respect, and there's obviously a load of respect there for Mo Salah. He's now 33. And to be honest with you, he's not playing like he's declined that much. I think this hasn't been his greatest season ever. He'd be lying if he said that. It's not been his best, but it's still elite numbers really in the Premier League. He's still putting up numbers, 10 goals in 34 games. He's still been central to the very few successes Liverpool have had this season. And like I say, across Liverpool career, 255 goals. You can't knock that. Multiple league titles, a Champions League. He's one of their greatest ever, despite what they might have told you when he was kicking up a fuss. And so the big question worth asking here is, why now? He spoke early in the season, as I said, about being thrown under the bus and had issues with Arne Slot. But I don't necessarily think that's just what's gone into the thinking here. He was obviously reintegrated. He's still been very important since. And it just feels like a natural progression based off the drop-off and the respect they've got for Salah, and also the mentality that Salah has, where he clearly isn't feeling himself this season either. So for him, he'd rather cut ties while he's still up before it gets really bad, I guess. His stock's still high. He can probably still go anywhere that he wants, if we're honest. And is it like the question really is, was this Liverpool moving on or Salah being pushed out? I don't really think it's Salah being pushed out. I just think the club are moving on, the players moving on. It's the right time. Even though I'd love to make a negative angle and an angle against Liverpool here, I do think the press and fans might run away with this a little bit like they did with Klopp. But I do think it's a respect thing. It's just time to cut ties. Maybe this extra season wasn't necessary. If he left last season, he could be playing absolutely anywhere, and I mean that. He's thanked the fans. He's announced it early. There's no real drama, is there, if I'm honest? But from a football fan's perspective, looking at it, the biggest issue is simple. How do Liverpool replace him? How does anyone replace a player as important as Mo Salah, let alone Mo Salah? Man United are going to have to do it now in terms of today, in terms of importance with Casemiro. We don't know how you replace that. And Salah's even a level above that with all of his accomplishments at the club. Because the reality is, you don't replace a player like this directly. I think the transfer market, every signing's a risk. You're not going to find a like-for-like replacement anywhere in world football. So how do you do that? Well, I think it's going to really rely on how Liverpool's current crop of talent step up. Is anyone going to do that? Because you're not going to replace Salah's role. And I don't think the answer is buy another player in the transfer market, because every transfer is a risk. And I do think there is a pretty good replacement out there, and I've got one in mind. We'll talk about him later. But today, and in the meantime, Liverpool have got to think about a pretty surefire solution in the play style. And it is no coincidence that when Salah's numbers have dropped off just like they have, that Liverpool have struggled. I mean, you saw the table last year. They obviously won the league. They're the defending champions right now. And look how far they've fallen. You see the table last year, without Salah's goals and assists, Liverpool were they even in the top 4? I don't remember. So obviously Liverpool have a very, very big problem on their hands replacing Salah, and it's already been there this season. You're just sort of starting to see the lingering effects of that. While the guy's still here, what's it going to be like when he's gone completely? But it's not the end of the world. I do think there is a solution here for Liverpool. Now, once Salah is out of the club and you've eliminated that sort of problem and that sort of headache when you're picking the team, other players can start to step up and the pressure starts to alleviate a little bit. I think you've got already a very stacked lineup of forwards. I mean, come on, everyone saw the signings they'd made and everyone saw the squad they got, and they thought it was going to be a retention. It was going to be easy for them, and obviously it's not played out that way. But another year, and I do think that things start to settle down. I'm not sure if it's with Slot, but let's be real with ourselves. Their squad is good enough. Let's not mess about here. But it's exactly like I say. You can't replace a player like this directly. You have to look to your current crop of talent and hopefully make the right signing that can eventually grow into that. I don't think there's any instant impact that can come in and score 255 goals, that can instantly bring Liverpool back to a title winning form, that can win a Champions League. It's just not out there. The game's changed. There's not wingers like Salah that you can just bring in for any amount of money. Liverpool have tried that. They tried the big transfer fees and it's not worked. It's actually hurt them completely. But I digress. There is still time for those signings to come good. And I think what Liverpool do next is crucial. I can't see an instant fix on the horizon. I actually see it getting worse before it gets better, unless they get this decision right. Now, I've just thought I was going to tell you my signing. I mentioned it before, my idea of who replaces Salah. But I'm going to save it. I'm going to do another video on that, and we're going to really, really take a deep dive into one in mind, or maybe multiple candidates that could replace Mo Salah. If you guys would like that, let me know. I'm sure you will, because you might have one in mind as well. It's the same one as me. Because as I say, this is a crucial decision, and if Liverpool mess it up, it could get much worse before it gets better. And that's why this matters. This isn't just a transfer. It's Liverpool entering a post-Mo Salah era, and that changes everything. Do they adapt? Do they become more in line with the current Premier League clubs? Or do they replace him, and do they find themselves with yet another goal and assist machine, a title-winning player? There are not many of them in world football anymore, I promise you that. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been Red Card. I've had a great time. I've been away for a little while, but we're back now. We're back like we never left. Did you notice? I hope so. What do you think about Liverpool finally cutting ties with Salah? Was it the right decision? Did you see it coming, or has it surprised you? Do you think Salah's really had as bad a season as people are making out? It's been a drop-off, but you look at the stats, he's still producing. I'm not sure if people just are pushing this a little bit too much. Anyway, he leaves. How do they replace him? Do they replace him? I guess time will tell. I've been Elliot Morris. This has been Red Card. Thank you very much. Like and definitely subscribe. And definitely follow us on other socials, TikTok, Instagram. Thank you very much. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, evening, night. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.